Hello viewers, this is Revealing Light Tarot. I hope you don't mind if I sip my tea before I start the reading, actually during the reading. As usual, I called upon the universe for the messages that people needed to hear today. The word I got before I drew the cards a minute ago was that the word I got was nourishment, and it was around the importance of nourishing yourself. So that means different things to different people, but the cards were quite indicative of of a narrative that we can follow today during daily messages. The first card that I drew was the Knight of Shields. Okay, the Knight of Shields is all about reliability and patience and hard work, and maybe that's yourself, or maybe that's somebody that you know that you can help by passing these messages on. I guess, the importance of nourishment is never so keen as when we're working hard. We need to step back and think about the things that we're doing to give to ourselves. So much, can be flowing out. But what are we giving to others? So when we're working hard and we're juggling multiple priorities, whether that's family, work, home, caring for relatives, when we're in that situation, that's when we need to have uppermost in our mind that we need to nourish ourselves. Because when we don't, unfortunately, the Three of Swords, of course, is about betrayal and heartbreak, I guess, loss. I guess in this sense, it's about loss. So when we're not nourishing ourselves, when we're not taking care of ourselves, then, we can lose the very things that we're working hard to retain. I guess, sometimes we can't see the woods for the trees, and that's why we get into a situation where, we lose sight of what we need to give ourselves, to stop that loss of health, loss of energy, loss of relationships, loss of, loss of our inner compass, our stability. So if we nourish ourselves, then we can sustain ourselves so that we can do the hard work. This is not a lesson that I'm talking about in isolation today. I have been in various times of my life, a workaholic. So I know, and I've had health problems. I know the importance of nourishing oneself, and particularly when you're giving so much to other people, you need to draw back and give to yourself, because in helping ourselves, we actually can help others. Sometimes, the High Priestess is about, bringing the it's about our unconscious drivers, what actually motivates us to do what we do, and sometimes we're not aware of our inner agenda, and so we will do things that we can't easily recognise as actually being not in our own best interests. And being a workaholic is a good example of that. When we're out of balance and we're, feeding another need within ourselves through external ways, it's hard to see that at the time. But this card is all about having a really good look at what's motivating you and why. Asking yourself the why question. Why am I doing 14-hour days when I could be doing 8 or 9-hour days? Why am I neglecting my relationships around me? Why am I neglecting my health? Why am I, feeling like I'm running on on coffee and and other stimulants when I should really be relaxing and taking care of myself. This card is calling upon us to really have a think about what unconsciously motivates us and be very honest with ourselves, bring it into the reality, so that we end up nourishing ourselves. And if you're not, if you've been out of balance, if you haven't been nourishing yourselves, then take a step back. It's not too late. We can, the first step is the first step on any journey. We can draw back and think about what we're going to give back to ourselves. But that's the messages that are coming through today, through the tarot cards. For the 10th of September 2018. I hope that's helpful.